Oh, absolutely. How would you define yourself? Who are you, and what do you do in the world? Like, what do you want to be?
Yeah, I
Not
mean,
your legacy, but what do you want to be known for? Like, what do you do? When I heard about Larry Benet, I heard about you through several big speaking events. Oh, do you know Larry? Oh, you must know Larry. Oh, I don't know Larry. Oh, you must know Larry. The next event, you must know Larry. I don't know Larry. Who is Larry? Then you ended up at my party, my
yeah, your
4th of
Fourth of
July
July
party. I'm like,
party.
you are Larry. This is
Yeah.
amazing. You're actually in my house, whoa. Because you have such a great reputation. Everyone says, God, Larry helped me do this. Larry connected me to this person, or Larry did this, or Larry did that. So to me, right now, you are known as being a really nice guy who reaches out beyond what anyone else does to help people connect. Even when we met, you hooked me up with an agent.
Right.
And the agent, it looks like I'm
For
going
your
to get a
book.
book deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just met you, and you're like, oh, you would be good with this person. All of a sudden, I may have a book deal when I've been working on this book for a year and a half.
But I'll give you a perfect example, just using you now.
Yeah.
We just met. You had indicated, you shared with me your book project.
Yes.
And I'm like, I think there's a publisher that I know
Yes.
that would be a good publisher for
Mm-hmm.
you. Let me introduce you to my agent, because I asked,
Yes.
do you have a book agent? And you said no. So it wasn't like, I didn't ask myself, what can I get from Lisa? That's not the
Right.
question I'm thinking. I'm just saying, I heard, we just met. I understood a little bit about what you were working on. And to me, if you can, going back to what is it that I do, I think who I am and what I do are kind of one and the same.
Yes.
I don't.
That's what I was getting at for you.
I try to connect people. I try to make a difference in their life. And the reality is, how you make a difference and how you connect might be different. There might be people that might read my newsletter or an article because it's very difficult to go reach thousands of
Yes.
people on an individual basis. There might be someone you just meet one time. I see someone who might be homeless on the street, and not only maybe do I give them money or some food or whatever, but I try to talk to them to understand what's going on in their world, so to try to make a difference. In the business world, like I said, we created Sang years ago, and we brought a lot of the speaker and author networking group. And like you mentioned, we've had the good fortune of having the likes of the Tony Robbins and the Jack Canfields and the Tony Shays of Zappos and many other remarkable thought leaders. As a matter of fact, what's interesting is on April 1st, I think 2006, I was selectively outsourced, which is a nice way of saying I was fired or let go. And within a short period of time, I had a chance. I read the book, The Secret, from John Assaraf, who was one of my mentors, said, read this book. And at the time, I was really frustrated, angry, and just not really happy with what just took place, because I had a good paying corporate job, and they just yanked it right away from me. And then about a week later, after I said, all right, I'll read this book, I'll focus on what I want, being positive, this, that, the other thing, I had a chance from someone who I'd never met before. They're like, would you like to ask Donald Trump a question? I'm like, well, that'd be great. And the question that I asked Trump was, how did he handle adversity and pressure? Because it happened at a time for me, things were challenging. And he shared his answers. It was interesting. The person behind me asked Mr. Trump, what would you do, Mr. Trump, if you lost all your money? And Trump said, I'm going to be rich. That's all there is to it. Next question. Typical Trump.
Right.
Bravado. I was like, wow. But for me, I had like a light bulb moment. So I'm sure we all have light bulb moments. But for me, my light bulb moment was, it doesn't matter who I try to connect with, whether it's a homeless person, a sales executive, a CEO, or someone like a Richard Branson, an iconic business mogul. The art of connecting is one and the same. It's really about initially making a connection, and then how can you serve them and add value. And literally within probably 30 to 60 days of that conversation with Trump and the light bulb moment, I met Sir Richard Branson. Met him at a charity function. As a matter of fact, the lady that did Spanx, she had a charity function. And I saw him on the dance floor. He's like my all-time business idol. And I did a lot of research, asking myself, what could I say to him that would engage someone of him, maybe just even for another conversation or a follow-up. And I invited him and someone, an executive from his company, to attend something that I thought would be of value to him. And within about 20 to 30 seconds, I ended up getting his email. I didn't realize it was his private email at the time. But it was all because it was something of win-win, something of value for him. I met Larry King 60, 90 seconds at another charity event, was nice enough to get invited to a connect with him, but I helped him raise some money, and I helped Richard Branson raise money for their charities, because that's what they were focused in at that time. So going back, it's really about connecting. It's all about making a difference. And as you create more relationship capital, more connection currency, you'll find it's a lot easier to get whatever you want.